but let's... That did not happen. Was that a sign that I can interview the warning? I'm going to take it as a good sign. Hey everyone, it's Ashlena. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I react to the warning every single Wednesday, so make sure you subscribe. I'm excited today because I created a new poll on Patreon where you guys get to vote on what I do every single week. It just makes my life so much easier knowing what you guys want. And obviously I take recommendations in the comments below as well as on Patreon. All right, so the new poll, I put on Crimson Queen at the Troubadour in Hollywood, California. The Warning on Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk, full interview. That's what we're doing today. The Warning Brutal featuring Aruka Sativa. It's a fan cam. It's not the greatest, but it's something that I really want to see, so that's up there as well. And then Dust to Dust, the acoustic version. Apparently I haven't seen that, which is wild because I thought I saw all those acoustic versions, so that is on the poll as well. So I'll be doing that next week. I'm stoked for this. So I always said that I'm not the biggest fan of reacting to interviews, but you guys like to watch them and I'm going to watch them anyway. So might as well film myself watching them. So let's get into this.
And welcome everybody back to Trunk Nation. Eddie Trunk here with you, talking rock, Sirius XM Faction Talk 103, or the Sirius XM app, live or on demand. Very happy to welcome these ladies to the show. Many of you in the audience have talked about them and requested them to come on the show. And thanks to our listener Kraus in Mexico City, who connected us with their manager.
Oh, nice.
We are very happy to welcome them to the show today. And that is The Warning. And we're joined by all three members of the band. Hello to Dany. Dany, how are you?
Hi, everyone. All good. Thank you.
And we have Paulina. Paulina, hello.
Oh, happy to be here. Hi.
Thanks for being here. And Alejandra. Hi, Alejandra.
Guys, glad to be here.
We have you guys on Zoom, so I'm able to see you, and eventually maybe we'll put this out on video as well. I guess we'll go around the horn, and we'll start with you, Dany, and everybody else can jump in, because talking to three people, we want to make sure everybody gets a moment to say something. But, first question, I guess an obvious question, since I'm having you on this show for the first time, in a very short way, if you can, how did this all happen? Because at least here in America, you seem to have come out of nowhere, and now you have a concert film out and you're selling out arenas and opening for all these great shows. It seems to have happened overnight, but I know in reality it really didn't. You guys started and been doing this for over 10 years, right?
Yeah, I'll try my best to make 10 years short. But yeah, no, we started since we were very, very little. We had our viral moment in YouTube, and that's where it kind of all started. And then there was a lot of hard work and, making our own music and playing the shows and traveling and just growing over time. And we love what we do. And we already have, we're working on the 5th album already for what would be in our careers. So having also this live album come out of such a special night that was the debut of Keep Me Fed, our 4th album, in Mexico City, in our country. Such a big night, was fantastic. Oh my God, we had the live album, we had to be a concert film, seeing ourselves in the big screen in the movies was just surreal. And we're just so happy that we get to do this and surrounded by amazing people who follow us and who are on our team over these last 10 years that have been, giving us this opportunity to grow and just share our music with everyone.
I'm curious, did it, your sisters, obviously, was the whole, were your parents supportive of you doing this at such a young age? I mean, you started so young. Was there music around the house? How did you decide you wanted to be a rock band and do this?
So yeah, our parents are very big music lovers. They're not musicians per se, but we always had music around the house. We actually started playing the piano when we were very young, and it wasn't until our parents got us the video game, the Rock Band, that we decided to be a band. So that's how it all started. We played all the time. I was very young, but I loved watching my sisters play. Dany always picked up the guitar, and so she plays the guitar now. Pal was the same with the drums. Eventually, I picked up the bass.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started. It was just because our parents loved music, and we loved it as well. And from then on, we just started playing covers of our favorite songs and bands, and we uploaded them to YouTube. And 12 years later, here we are making our own music, writing our fifth album. So it's just been quite a journey since then.
So it was really driven by. Do I have it right? That it was really driven by Rock Band, like that. That as kids, that's what actually sort of triggered you to say, "Hey, I want to do this."
For sure. And it helped that my parents listened to a lot of rock music, but actually seeing it in the game, you know, they had the little animations of the live performances. Everyone looked like they were having a great time. So we were just like super inspired.
That's
and
so
we
cute.
wanted to do just that.
Thank God for Rock Band, because otherwise you might have become a pop band or something. And I was a big, I spent my whole life promoting rock music, and we need more young, great rockers out there. So thank goodness that you didn't like see something in you decide we're going to do EDM or something, you know?
Right. Everyone.
Oh my
has to
God, they
follow
have
their
an
passions,
EDM
for
song,
sure.
which is hilarious.
Ours was rock and roll.
Are you all self-taught? Did you all learn? Did you take lessons?
No, we
Oh,
did take lessons
yeah.
for sure. We all started very much individually. We did our own thing, and we never really were meant to be a band. Like, it wasn't the original plan. But somehow we just got together and we like, let's try to play something together, because we had like this Christmas event at our school, and they were like, oh, you can play something. We're like, okay, let's try and figure this out. And there was no going back. We were a band for sure.
So you had lessons right there, like local teachers in Mexico, and how did you guys decide who was going to play what and who was going to sing? Obviously, Dany, I mean, if you were like, well, she's got the best voice of the three, I mean, but you all sing, I believe, or at least work on vocals. But how did you go? How did you kind of figure out, okay, I want to play bass, I want to play drums, I want to play guitar, or just naturally fall into place?
It just naturally fell into place, honestly. None of this was ever with a plan of like, hey, like Allie wanted to play the harp.
Exactly.
And if she had picked up the harp, she would have played it and we would have not been a band. But it was really just us following what we wanted to do. Dany played the guitar, I played the drums, we all played separately. And the vocal thing, really, it was just a, like, Dany really,
like, because
Dany
played
played the
the
guitar.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but it was because I was on the guitar. I feel like it was the most common thing that we saw. But we all sang. Like, even in the early covers, you could
and we take turns, but honestly, I think everything was just it was serendipity. Everything fell into place in such a special way. I think we were just called to do what we had to do.
Yeah.
And we loved doing it ever since then.
And if you put it in the mindset that we were literally kids, we were just like having fun and see what happened. We weren't really just trying to plan out every second of what we were going to do for the rest of our lives. It at one point became like, hey, we're really doing this. But at that point, we were really just like
Having fun.
Exactly.
Were you always a trio?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have another hidden sibling around here. No, it's
Not
always
that you know of. I mean, somebody could pop up, you know.
Oh dear.
hope not.
Yeah, hope not.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, maybe your
Oh.
parents have another kid. You're young enough. I don't know. Maybe they're young enough. I
Oh, I
don't
see. No.
know. No, I didn't mean anything crazy. So the idea of always
my
keeping it the
God.
three of you as sisters, there was never an idea of like, oh, well, we should maybe become 4 people or 5 people. Or let's get that person or that person. It was always the three of you like this.
I think it is such a special thing to play as a family, and it has always been something that we love to share as a family. We have thought about, like, sometimes we're playing live and it's like, damn it, if only we had a keyboard player. But I think we need, like, maybe in the future with more budget and more space on a bus, we could start thinking about that. But honestly, right now, we just have such a special connection, and it's just like this invisible telepathy connection sync thing that would be really hard to replicate with somebody else right now. And I think it was just meant to be for us to always be a trio.
Yeah, and I think there's something special about trios. There really is, and I think it's really cool. You do sometimes see bands expand beyond it, even maybe just for touring, to have another musician or two on the stage. I mean, one of the most famous trios ever is Rush, and they just announced they're going to add a keyboard player on stage for the first time in their history with this tour they're doing. So you never know. You never know.
Never know.
Do you guys, your music, I mean, it's great. It's killer hard rock. I love what you guys do. Do you, as you've gotten older and now at the point you're at in your career, have you discovered a lot of classic music and classic hard rock? Are there older bands that you like and listen to, or are you more kind of like into the stuff that's happening now and just focused on your own things? Like, have you gone back and discovered older music, 70s, 80s, and heard that stuff, and maybe some of these things starting to have an influence on you?
Honestly, I think that when we started playing, that's the kind of how do you say it in English? Like formation that we had. Like
that's what
Rush
we grew up
was
with.
one of the bands that like my drum teacher played the most to me, and just to like get inspired. So that's what we grew up on. I think we really do try to keep a look and feel of what is going now, because we're in the scene and we're trying to figure out what other people are doing and how we fit into that scene right now. But I think there's always just such an openness to learn more about the genre that we're in, and music in general. Because the more you travel, the more you go places, the more you talk to other people, it's like there's so much music that we haven't listened to, and it's kind of impossible to listen to everything. But we're always very excited when somebody recommends us a new band, or because we never know the impact that it could have on the music that we make on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, it's just an interesting perspective for me, because I'm obviously much older, and I've been in the music business for 42 years, and I'm been doing this for this long. So I grew up with a lot of these bands that a lot of people look at as now influential. So for younger artists, it's always interesting to me to see like kind of where they jumped in and how somebody younger looks back on stuff that to me, you know, I still feel like is current because I grew up with it, you know? So it's always, that perspective is always interesting for someone younger on how it might impact them. Because I think about myself like, wow, if I was in my 20s and I was just listening to, I don't know, Motley Crue or Bon Jovi or Kiss or AC/DC now, how would I feel about it, and how would it impact me if I was a musician? So it's never, you know, influences are always there, whether they're newer or younger, it seems like.
Yeah.
And did you guys always get along as sisters?
Yeah,
for sure.
You did?
I mean, we're only 2 years apart between each
we're
other.
very close in age.
So it was just so easy.
I think we've always been best friends.
Yeah.
And I think that as we keep growing up, we start seeing that that's not such a common thing everywhere. And it's a beautiful, like, we really do appreciate it so much that we have the connection that we have, not only as like bandmates and like co-workers and just like all of this business music side, but as a family, just having the connection that we do as siblings and as sisters. It's like really having best friends for the rest of your life. We never take it for granted. And I know the stereotype is like, oh, sibling bands, they fight so much, like they hate each other and they go on stage and they don't talk to each other. I think we're the antithesis of that. Like, we are just so close and so we're close to each other. And every time we step on stage, it is really like not, I mean, it's always like the three of us, and that experience makes us grow closer as sisters every single time that we do it.
Yeah, well, you know, of course, famously, you know, the Black Crowes, Oasis, you know, there's been a history of drama there, but they've come back together and they're functioning great now and doing amazing business, which is great. But there is a history of sibling drama, but there is also a history of trios, for whatever reason, staying together, whether they're siblings or not, for the longest time. You know, if you look at ZZ Top, or if you look at Rush, who had the same lineup for 50 years, you know, there's that. So for whatever reason, I think trios, because of the bond, whether they're siblings or not, tend to kind of have I guess because it's only three people, it's more of a reliance on each other. It's even more part of the fabric of the chemistry of the sound of the band. Do you think that's the case?
Maybe.
I think that's a great point.
I had never thought about it like that, but maybe 3 is a magic number for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It really is. It's really interesting when you think about it. Does it surprise you? I know you've been doing this for over 10 years, but really now, I mean, playing to the amount of people you're playing, even coming into New York when my producer Joel saw you, a sold out place at a pretty good sized room. Does it surprise you at how quick people have embraced the band and have become fans?
I wouldn't say surprise, because I know that like to the people who are singing us right now, it may seem like a very sudden thing and it like just kind of happened. But we've been doing this for almost 12 years. So for us, it feels just like an everyday thing. And seeing that growth in real time, like going back, let's say New York, and every time that we go there, it's a different venue with a higher capacity. That's the kind of thing that just like feels very satisfying as a team, that to see that we're accomplishing all of that. We honestly feel, I mean, we obviously feel very grateful that we've had this growth and that people are listening to us and that it's in higher numbers every time. But more than surprised, I would say proud. Just proud of the work that everyone's putting in to make it happen. But it's just more of like a satisfaction of like, yeah, we did it.
We're happy we're growing and that our listeners are growing and that we all get to enjoy the live shows together. So yay.
What was it like? You're in Mexico. You're from Monterrey, right?
Yes.
I've actually been there. It's very beautiful. I've been there in the past. So what was it like when you were starting out? Were there rock clubs there? Were you playing clubs? Were you kind of making the rounds? What was the scene like in Monterrey and in Mexico in general coming up?
Right. Well, we did play the clubs. We did make the rounds, but it was very hard though, because we were super, super young. We wouldn't really be let in just to play and then just like go back out.
Yeah, we're all underage. So
exactly.
It's an ordeal.
I feel like people really didn't know what to think about us or the project because they would just see. We were actually even very short. We were like very girly looking girls.
We were like, tiny. We were just kids. Honestly.
Yeah.
But honestly, the rock scene in Mexico is just like booming. We have such a deep passion for the genre, like just nationwide, and there is such a like cool underground scene in Monterrey. We have like the classic rock band, like maybe in LA you have like the Whiskey and like the Roxy and these iconic venues. In Monterrey we have our equivalents of those spaces. So like growing up and playing those venues and then like just kind of going through the rounds of what it means to start being a Mexican rock band in Mexico. We did it at a very young age. Yeah. So it was very funny of like, hey, you can go into the venue and you can play, but then you have to like get out immediately.
Oh my god.
And we did that with basically like every country that we've been to. It was kind of that same process. In the US it was the same thing. We would play and just like kind of leave. So I think we did have that like dingy rock bar upbringing. Like we did play all those venues when we were starting out. And it makes you really appreciate, like, sometimes you're in a venue that has a shower and, like, a really nice green room, and you remember the other place that you've played in before, and it's like, okay, we're growing.
We're growing. We made it.
We have a shower now.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You start out in the SUV, and then you go to the van, and then you've got the bus, and it's the same thing. Everyone's in one room. Now we all have individual rooms. It's like going up that ladder is always like a cool thing to see. Those are all those sort of benchmarks that you see as you start to chip away. I think it's a really cool thing for a young band to see that, and you've certainly ascended pretty quickly, amazingly here. And I know that. I've been to Mexico so many times. I used to host a TV show called That Metal Show that aired in Mexico, and it was a rock talk show. And I still have people that talk to me about that who used to watch that show. And it's brought me to Mexico several times, having those opportunities. And I once, about 10 years ago, toured Mexico with Deep Purple. I went on the road with Deep Purple throughout Mexico in all different parts of the country. And it was an amazing experience because, as you probably know firsthand, rock fans are passionate in a lot of parts of the world, but in Mexico, they really love their rock, don't they? Exactly. Where does that come from? What do you think that's about? Is it just ingrained into the people there?
I think whatever Mexican people are passionate about, they will just go full out. Even if it was like another genre. It's just what we do.
It's just a culture full of passion for everything. And rock is a passionate genre. Like,
sure.
it's just
there's a lot of feeling.
And I think we love a good, like, feeling of release. And rock has always been rebellious, and Mexico always has been as well. So I think it just goes pretty hand in hand with that spirit, and that it's just so passionate. And again, we Mexicans, we just gravitate towards passion.
So if you're thinking about going to a rock show in Mexico, do it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
100% recommend.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. How did you guys? How do you speak English so well? Was it taught to you in school?
Well, we studied.
Yeah, it was taught to it. We went to a bilingual school.
Yeah.
We live very close to Texas. Very close.
As well.
Kind of a border city, kind of like But we just, I think it's also part of having a musician's ear. We just know how to imitate the accent real well. You can hear us when we're on tour and we haven't been around people who speak English for a while. Our accent does slip out. But I think vocabulary, we just read so much when we were little.
Yeah.
And songwriting really helps you grow your vocabulary, and it helps you get a sense of, like, culturally where the language is at the moment. We've definitely have had to learn just so many things to stay, like, on top of it. But yeah, just a lot of studying.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive. Yeah. And what about being women in the rock business? Because I feel like there's been some great strides in the years with women in rock. You see so many women now, whether it's an all-female band or whether it's a female singer or a female drummer. Rush just hired a female drummer, and I'm on the road all the time, and I see so many women working on crews and tour managers and what have you behind the scenes. So it's in front of the stage and it's behind the scenes.
Which
in recent years, there's just so many more women, which is wonderful.
Thank God.
For you guys, was that an obstacle at all, being three women? Did you ever feel like it was an obstacle, or did you feel like it was a positive?
Right.
Well, I think it's definitely an obstacle. I think any woman in the music industry could probably relate. I think more than anything, you don't get opportunities because people underestimate you. And when they do give you a chance, they probably don't give you the best one. And you just have to, like, really overcompensate and give, like, your 110% in everything that you do. So you can kind of, because not only do you have the pressure of, like, trying to get those opportunities for yourself, but you have the thought that normally women aren't given these opportunities, and now they're giving them to you. So now you have to give women a good rep, like, and with your performance, what you're doing, how you're speaking. But I think over the years, it has been really encouraging just to see this growth that you're speaking of. We used to go to festivals and be the only women in these festivals, like, not a single roadie or hands or crew, like, nobody. And now we go to these places all around the world, and they're, like, we're everywhere. And that is so nice to see and to feel. And there's this, like, unspoken sense of sisterhood, of, like, hey, I see you, and I probably know everything that you have to go through to get to the place where you are. So let's just all, like, really support each other and celebrate each other. Like, we don't have to be best friends, because I think that's also a misconception of, like, we all have to get along great. But I think just respect and understanding that rock has always been this genre of rebellion and, like, this just openness for everybody. It's the genre for everybody. So it's really nice to see how over the years it has really become that for everyone.
I love that.
Have there been any women or anybody in bands that you want to mention that have been really supportive or kind of gave you some advice maybe early on?
Of course. I feel like, well, the first ever band that we toured with was Eruca Sativa. They're an Argentinian band with two incredible women in it, and they gave us so much. Like, it inspired us so much. And in the U.S., the first tour that we were a part of was in the U.S. was Hailstorm, The Pretty Reckless, Lilith Tsar, and ourselves. So, like, what a tour to be a part of. It was such an amazing experience, and each and every woman that was part of that tour we got along with so great. And we all had that, just we saw each other, and us as the youngest band and newest band there, we were really just like, what do I say?
People took us under their wing.
Exactly. Took us in so nicely. And we love them. Big shout out to all of them.
Yeah, well, that's a great answer, because I know Taylor and I know Lizzie very well, and they're not only phenomenal musicians, but they're wonderful people, and both of them started extraordinarily young. You know, I mean, when Lizzie started, her dad was in the band with her, so you know, she definitely knows what it's like to start young and to have this climb up the ladder. But yeah, those are some great people to have as certainly getting some, you know, mentorship from, no question about that. I won't keep you much longer because I know you guys are busy. I'm curious, how did you guys get your record deal? How did you get signed? Was somebody sending out demos, or did somebody come to see you, or were you signed in Mexico and then it got picked up around the world? How did that work?
Yeah,
it was, we have had many record like deal offers throughout our whole career. It was only like 8 years into our career where our current label, which is Lava under Republic under Universal, that came to a show. Like, they had sent us an email. We invited them to the show. They went and saw us in New York. We played, what was it?
The Mercury Lounge.
And people were kind of shocked because we sold out 2 nights and we had never been in New York.
Ever.
And like,
So
who is
cool.
this band? So the label was interested. They went and like saw the show. And we just started conversations, and kind of like 8 months later, we got the deal.
Which was mid-pandemic.
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
crazy. We're like, they're actually going to sign us? That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, and we're actually signed directly into
US,
the US, label.
This is
which
why
is
they
crazy.
never come to Canada
It was,
anymore.
we're like, oh, yeah, because we have a Universal...
Mexico.
Mexico.
We're not signed to Universal Mexico.
No, we're directly over there.
In the Republic. Which is great, honestly, and it's really beautiful to be to have been an independent band for so long and to have all the correct foundations for you to expand your team in a way that is signing a record deal. Having that identity, having bands, having tours, having tickets sold, you kind of know what you want to do with your band.
Yeah,
so for
it
us
felt
signing,
like the right time to do it.
Signing the record deal was just such a timely thing for us, and the way that we have grown after this deal has just truly been amazing. Our team at Lava and Republic and Universal worldwide have always just been very supportive and super hands-on with the project, and it's wonderful to just have these like little work families all over the world and getting to visit them every time we tour. So having that support from such a huge machine like a record label is always definitely very welcomed and appreciated.
That's
And
so cool.
I think it was a very old friend of mine that signed you guys. Was Jason Flom who signed you?
Yes!
Yeah. So Jason and I started in the music business at the same time, and I've known him since the mid '80s. So I know him very well because I initially emailed him when I first heard about the band, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to get you in touch with the girls and all that." So, he's a legendary guy. He's worked with an amazing amount of artists, so you're in good hands there for sure.
We are.
Thank you, yeah.
What can you tell the folks listening about the future plans?
Yes,
there's a
please.
follow-up being written right now to Keep Me Fed, and is that what's coming?
Yes, we're writing more. I wouldn't call it like a it's not. It's the next album.
The next record, right?
It's the first time we've stopped touring for a while to write a record, which is just very exciting. We're very happy with what we're doing. We're going back
okay. We're touring again, so
next year.
hopefully we'll see you guys on the road. We're doing the Lollapaloozas in South America, which is gonna be super fun. And
She's
we're
so
hitting
excited.
the UK with Youngblood, which is gonna be insane. We're so
That's
happy
gonna
about
be
that.
such
a
a
lot
good
of
tour.
other little surprises that we have planned for the next year, so please stay tuned for more news because there's some things that we can't say as of this moment, but just a lot of good surprises for next year, and of course new music next year, which is very, very exciting.
Maybe a
And
Canada
any
tour,
U.S.
guys.
dates that you can announce yet, or nothing yet?
Woo, nothing yet, but trust us, we will be there.
We'll be there.
Okay. And the concert film, which was fantastic, by the way, I watched it. It looks great. It sounds great. That's going to come out as an actual physical release, right?
Yeah, it is already.
I don't
It's
know
out
what
now.
we say, but I know that probably yes, it'd be very strange for it to not be released physically. I know that the label and our team is working on it as of the moment, but Do we have information? Do we have dates? Do we have anything? No, we do not.
Okay,
know.
but on your website, I think it shows it. I think it shows that it's coming
If it's
out.
on the website, I trust the website. I trust the team.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, you're not
working
talking
on
about
it.
the live album?
Yeah, the live concert. Yeah, that you just it was in the theaters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have
You're talking about the
vinyl.
DVD.
Yeah, there's
DVD.
vinyl CDs. That's what I meant.
Yeah. That's out. You can
That
buy
is
it
out.
right now.
You can
And
buy
it's
it.
free.
Girl.
Okay, so it's out now. People
You're
can buy it
leaking.
physically
You're
right now.
leaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vinyl
The LP, yeah, CDs. It's all good.
All right, cool. It sounds like there might be something else coming that you weren't supposed to talk about. Maybe we'll hear about it other
Yes.
times.
Look at
But you know
Dany.
what?
She's like, oops.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It wasn't necessarily a secret, but it's all good.
All right. Well, ladies, it's great to meet you, at least virtually. I hope to meet you one day in person, and I can't wait to see the band play live. I know that, with my audience, you've got a lot of love, and people are really excited. And, my audience tends to be a little older, so they're always looking for younger artists that are going to wave the flag and carry the torch.
100%.
So no pressure or anything, but
No pressure at all.
hey, continued
Thanks so much,
success to
Dany.
you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Bye-bye.
Muchas gracias.
See you. Bye-bye.
That was so
There you
cute.
go, everybody. The Warning joining us here on Trunk Nation. Dany, Paulina, and Alejandro joining us. And wonderful to meet
Alejandro.
them and spend some time talking with them and appreciate the time. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Take some calls from you guys on Trunk Nation, Faction Talk, Sirius XM Channel 103, or the Sirius XM app. We'll be right back.
Oh my God, I would love to have a show on Sirius XM. Like, wouldn't that be amazing? I would just interview people all day and talk about bands. I don't know why I don't do that, but let's be real. I don't have time. I'd have to quit my job. That was a really good interview. Obviously, with watching all of these interviews and being a fan, you obviously know the answers to most of these questions, right? I don't know how to take these interviews because when I interview a band, I do my research. Like, I watch every interview they've ever done. I don't want to duplicate the questions. There were some great questions in here, but then a lot of it was just like, oh, how did you start? What are some, bands that inspire you? Like, I feel like as a fan, I know all these answers, but people just listening to this guy's, channel or radio station, they probably don't know about this band at all. So when you think about it as someone who may not know this band listening to this interview, it makes a lot of sense for them to kind of start with these questions to get people interested, especially the rock band aspect. Like, that's such an interesting way to start a band. Like, it's wild. But as someone who plans on interviewing The Warning one day, you will not get these questions from me because I feel like I am a fan interviewing one of my favorite bands. I want to ask things that no one has asked before and questions that I have that I personally want answers to that I feel like the fans would also want to know. So we're obviously manifesting that one day, but you never know. I really have to continue my list of questions that I have for The Warning because I have a document. And every time I think of something, I have to write it down, but I've been really bad at doing that. Regardless, if this opportunity ever arose, I would need help from you. Okay. That was great. No complaints here from me. I love watching interviews with The Warning. I don't necessarily feel like people like watching reactions to interviews, but you guys do, so that's why we're doing it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let's talk about my vinyl of the day. I think it's the same as last week, but hold on. I'm not prepared. And the power of editing, I'm doing The Warning's live album for my vinyl of the day this week, so I don't have to tell you how great it is and how magical it is, but this is the Rosa edition, and it is not opened. I have one that's opened and one that's not opened, and I have no plans on opening that. That's just a little keepsake for me. My friend Kev actually gave me this shadow box for vinyl, so I'm keeping kind of like my most important vinyls in there, like unopened or signed if they're obviously not on the wall. Go listen to the live album if you haven't yet, and let's pick a winner for this guy right here because it's Thursday. You guys aren't seeing this till Wednesday. Yes, I'm filming super early. It's when I have time. But let's... That did not happen. Was that a sign that I can interview The Warning? I'm going to take it as a good sign. Okay, let's give this away. I'm going to pull up the screen that I will share with you guys so you can watch me pick a winner in real time. And then I will respond to that comment. And if you win, you just have to email me at ashlenamusic@gmail.com. Send me your address and I'll send it your way. Oh, hold on. Maybe I have to take out the short. No. Oh my God, you really can't do a short video. How am I going to pick a winner? I'm just going to pick a winner, guys. I didn't know that didn't work. Whatever, it's fine. All right, so I'm going to search for the hashtag, the warning live CDMX, and I'm going to pick the 10th person who entered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reactions account. I'm another lowly Canadian that couldn't see the movie, so this would be a perfect consolation prize, just saying. You are my winner. So I hope you enjoy this ticket. Awesome that you're in Canada, so that will be an easy, cheap way to send this to you. But I will send it in like a bubble wrap because I really don't want it to get ruined in the mail, like with a, in a letter. Like that would be ghetto. So congratulations to you. I'm assuming you're a reaction video. Let's see. Oh, you post a lot. Okay, cool. You post a lot of the warning, which is fun. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Congratulations. And looking forward to doing another giveaway soon. You guys know I love giving away shit. So hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next Wednesday.